Amy?
What are you doing?
Amy? I know we both said we'd never do this again.
Amy Slayton steps into the padded cell, its cold walls echoing with whispers of past mistakes and second chances. Tree branches scrape against the old haunted house's windows, and the corridor leading here feels like walking through both time and emotion. Amy's heartbeat troubles her, half fear, half faith, as she glances back at Tammy and Misty, framed in skeleton tees. Her court date looms like a dark cloud overhead. But it's December. Her mind flits to Christmas lights on Amy's tree, and the rumor of waltzes under twinkling snowflakes. Brian, he's been quiet. Too quiet, perhaps. But his skeleton shirt presses faintly against her ribs. She senses something. It's his hand, reaching into his pocket, solid and purposeful. "Amy!" he breathes, voice steady, like a promise. She wedges through grief, judgment, the question still unfired by the judge across town. "I know we said we'd never do this again." His stillness gives way to motion. "Will you marry me?" The world collapses and rebuilds in an instant. Amy's eyes blur. She remembers fast engagements from the past, the shame they brought. She tethers herself to this moment. "Yes," she whispers. And it's more than answer, it's a claim on hope. The hallway dissolves, and suddenly Amy is alone in a dressing room mirror, still wearing her skeleton tee. Misty and Tammy hover outside, Tammy's arms crossed, Misty's eyes cool, careful. Amy bristles. She thought they'd be happy. Brian is good with her boys. He ends arguments with jokes. He calls her Queen when she least expects it. But she sees the worry in their eyes. She sees the dates she's missed and the court appearances looming like boulders. "I know it looks like I'm rushing," Amy tries, voice tight. "But that's just the past. Michael, things were different." Tammy steps forward, softer now. "We want the best for y'all. But can't we slow it down? You've got all these things towering over you. Court, kids, trying to rebuild." Amy's jaw sets. "I am rebuilding," she says. "And I found someone who isn't afraid of that." Meanwhile, Tammy's story weaves in. Tammy sits in the passenger seat of a familiar minivan, but instead of heading to yet another doctor's appointment, she's on her way to a salon. Her heart hammers at her ribs, not because of weight, but because of what's in her bag, a gift for her mom and anxiety that sits heavy on her chest. Andrea, that's her girlfriend's name. Andrea with a shy smile and steady voice who reminded Tammy that love still exists beyond first heartbreak. Tammy met her on a dating app, and they've been inseparable since. But introducing Andrea to her mother, Darlene, is another step. As they walk into the salon, scissors and laughter swirl and brushes of warm air settle. "Would Andrea want coffee after?" Tammy hopes. Her voice rattles with the unspoken. Darlene nods. "She's special if she stands up to you." A nervous pause. Then, "I'll be honest, I didn't think this would happen." Darlene's tone softens. "But seeing how you take care of her, I believe it." When Andrea treads in, delicate, eyes wide, Tammy holds her hand. Darlene studies her, silent for a heartbeat, and then smiles. Tammy exhales. Not fear. Not tension. Just relief. Amy and Tammy meet after. The sisters sit across from each other in Amy's living room drenched in shadows. Amy's engagement ring glints on the coffee table. Tammy's skin looks smoother after her nutrition meeting. She's eye on the tiger, her doctor insists. Tammy watches Andrea step into the frame, and Amy sees something new shift in Tammy's face. "There she is," Tammy says, voice steady. "I wanted you to meet her first." Andrea approaches. Hand on Tammy's shoulder, grounded. Amy moves forward and embraces them both, and for a breath they are sisters, divided and connected by love and courage. Amy sits at her lawyer's table, flipboard reading, dress business casual. She stares at her reflection, a black blazer, sneakers barely tolerated by an etiquette that asks more than she's learned to give. Her stress metric from the chiropractor lowered, kind of. But she still feels like wire and water. She gulps and tells her lawyer, "He proposed at a haunted house. Padded cell, can you believe it?" They stare. Then the lawyer sighs, flicking through paperwork. "Court's next week. Having someone you trust is important. Just don't make any more haunted house-style surprises before then." Amy nods. She owes it to her children, and to herself, to be steady. Across calls, Misty tries again. Sis. Slow. Don't spiral. Amy's hand shakes. Is she spiraling? Or rising? Tammy on FaceTime watches, quieting herself. She used to fall fast, love harder, hit bottom. Now Andrea waits in the background. Amy breathes. She holds still. They're supportive, she says slowly, I think. At home, Amy pulls out the skeleton heart ring. She touches it. The heart, the bones, love's bones. Tammy comes to the doorway, Andrea close behind. They sit, and say not much. But together. Amy closes her eyes. I'm not young. I've needed a sign more than I needed a ring. But this, she lifts her hand. Tammy squeezes her shoulder, Andrea smiles. Ghosts of past, smiles of present. Amy stands in line at the courthouse next week. The necklace Andrea made lies beneath her blouse, across her heart. She checks the time, adjusts her blazer, a little nervous. But not paralyzed. Later, outside, she meets Brian. They share a quiet hug, words only for them. Tammy, arms around Andrea, watches from across. No cheers, no big show. Instead, for women, Amy, Brian, Tammy, Andrea, draw close under summer sun. And love, in its messy, haunted beauty, stands with them. Understand.